For me, people ask all the time, what's your greatest accomplishment as a police? I'm like, watching people around me succeed. I mean, it really is. People that you've mentored, watching them be successful, there's your greatest accomplishment. There's your legacy.
Yeah.
It's not your name on a building or your name on a plaque. It's what are those people doing that have come after you that you've helped mentor and you've helped bring along? There's your legacy, right? What are your kids doing? How are they being successful? How are they as people? My wife and I, we're very fortunate, and we say it all the time. We're very lucky. Our son is way better people than we were and are way better person.
You can claim some of that credit.
I think so. I think because he looks at us because I don't want to be like that. Yeah. I think be better than that.
You're too humble, Chief.
So those things they really are the best things. What's the best part of the job? People. What's the worst part of this job? People. It's the same thing.
It all comes down to people.
That's what policing is.
Interesting. This is very helpful for me. I've never seen it that way. I haven't given it much thought, but you're right. I mean, it's just all about, the people. And you've done it very, very well. What are some things, whether somebody is a cop or whether somebody is young and they're new to business, and you're a salesman, I can tell by the way you talk.
I couldn't sell much.
It's just the selling of an idea.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and you're having conversation. You're helping people explore options and choose things like, should I go? Should I stay? I can tell that. So I mean that in the highest of compliment. So what could somebody do no matter what profession they're in, and they're learning how to communicate better with other humans? Some it comes really naturally. Some it does not come naturally at all. First of all, do you believe that anybody can become a decent communicator?
Oh, absolutely. It's like anything else. You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in.
What are a couple steps that you would take if you're training a younger cop or a younger business professional on, hey, let's sharpen up some communication skills?
I'm going to tell them to go talk to people you don't know, sit down with them and learn about people. Learn what makes them tick. For me, that is be curious. Be curious. Ask people how they got to where they got, why they view things the way they view things. Talk to people that you disagree with. Talk to people you disagree with and learn from them and why they view things the way that they view things. One of the things we bring up to our officers, when you go on a traffic stop, you need to remember this. Our perspective as the police officer is completely different than that person's perspective that's being stopped. And so many times we get in this back and forth of, well, you shouldn't be mad at me because I stopped. And you get this back and forth argument instead of, we don't know what their perspective is. Ask them, why are you so upset with me? Why are you yelling at me? When you deal with somebody, large refugee population in this valley, right? When you stop and you're dealing with somebody from a different country, instead of saying, well, this is the United States and this is how the laws work here, how about ask them, hey, where do you come from? How did you view law enforcement there? Or how did the laws work where you came from? Learn from them first and then go, oh, well, here's how it works here. And have that interaction, right? You can't do that on every traffic stop, but you can do it on a lot of them.
Right.
It doesn't have to be contentious. Explain to them why you're there, right? When I stop you, I'm going to tell you the reason I stopped you today is because you were doing 50 and a 25.
Yeah.
Right? It's not going to be, do you know why I stopped you today?
Yeah.
Do you know how fast you're going? Because then we started getting that back and forth with each other. When I tell you, most people are like, yeah, you're right.
You got me.
You're right. You got me.
That's interesting. I've been pulled over a few times in my young life for speeding. And you're right. That is, most of the cops will ask the question. Yeah. Do you know how fast you're going?
And I don't need you to admit it to write you a ticket. So why are we creating this conflict when we don't need to create this conflict? But be curious. For me, that is, be curious. Go talk to people. You want to get better communication skills, you get it by talking.
Yeah.
You get it by the back and forth.
Asking good questions, if I could reiterate what you're saying, you correct me if I'm wrong, but asking really good questions and seek first to understand rather than to be understood.
Yeah.
And I think you just gave a real world example of how that works. Yeah. Hey, do you know, how was it back where you came from, whatever country that was? How did you perceive that? Trying to understand, obviously we have a job to do, but you're going to get much better results with any interaction with a human if you understand their side before you speak yours.
Yeah. The difference between hearing and listening, right?
Yeah. you have 2 ears for a reason,
Yeah.
right? And one mouth.
Well, and really be curious about why people stand where they stand. One of the things I have tried to really stress to my son, especially coming out of COVID and those types of things, was we can't live in an either this or that world. You can't. We have to be able to talk to one another, and we have to be able to gain each other's perspectives. And I said, when you have those discussions with people that are different than you and view things differently than you, you might realize, oh man, maybe I'm not completely right on this. Yeah. Or you might realize, man, they're completely whacked.
Right.
Right?
Like, no logic there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no, I'm going to walk away and there's no way I'm going to agree with you at all, but we can do it in a very respectful manner. Or you may listen to them and go, I had that completely wrong and they're completely right. Yeah. Or they've changed my perspective a little bit and at least I understand where they're coming from. So really make that effort to learn why people are the way that they are and ask those questions and ask people that you know are going to disagree with you. Have those conversations. Those are the best conversations.